Hi, this is Olivia from Olivia's Looms and Crafts, and today I'm going to be doing a really cute and cool clay charm. This is a little different from my crafts, other crafts like rainbow loom and stuff. This is a moshi monster named Adi. He's a donut, yay, with eyes and freckles, sprinkles thing. He's so cute. I love him to death, and wait, what? It's not your part yet. I have to make you. You didn't see anything. Yeah, so this is Adi. He's a super cute and fun Moshi monster character. If you don't know what that is an online game. So yeah, let's get on to making it. Whew. Okay, so here are the colors that you're going to need for Adi, the donut. You're going to need white, beige. I got the big packet of beige, so yeah, I'm just gonna move that. Light yellow, a lightish blue. This one's a little darker than that, but that's all right. I can add some white to it. Some like goldish bronze color. A highlighter pink. A fuchsia purple. Maroon. And black. So those are all the colors you're going to need for Adi. And on to the next supplies you're going to need. Okay, so this is a blade or a knife. You're going to need that to cut the clay. You can find this at any art store. It comes in a few packets. It's clay tools. It's a double-ended tool for clay. One's like blade-ish knife, which I'm going to be using that, and maybe this as a blending tool. So this is a cake tool, which you can also find at any craft store. It has like a pedally. It has like this Q-tip kind of shape, which you're going to use to poke the hole in there, which it obviously fits. So I definitely use that for it. And then I just got this. That's why this is so messy, but it's a dotting tool. It has like a little dot at the end. That is optional. You can also paint the eyes on, which I will get to that later. So yeah, these are the tools that you're going to need. And then the next thing is, this is also optional if you want your clay nice. You need a wet rag so you can wipe your hands after, or the tools after using it, and a dry rag so you can dry your hands. Okay, so now we are going to start off with making Adi's body, practically the donut part. So you're going to need beige or peach in a small or big pack. I got the big one. You're going to need highlighter pink or highlighted pink. Let's get started on making Adi. I'm going to take the big pile of it out, and you don't need the biggest of it, so I'm just going to try to jab this all the way down into there. You're going to take this and you're just going to mold it, like squish it around so it gets soft. It will get soft after a while. So. Okay, so now that we got it, we're just going to mold it into a ball. Okay, so I made it into a nice round ball. This is about the size you're going to need. I decided not to use the bigger one, so I'm just going to leave that out there, just in case there's any things I have to fix. So yeah, you have a nice round ball, nice and smooth, nice and soft too. So you're going to take that round ball, and you're going to either smush it with your hands, or you can take a tool. It's easier with your hands because you can always fix the fingerprints, but with a tool you can mess it up a little bit, so we don't want that. So you're just going to push down lightly with your thumb or your finger, very lightly, to make it like sort of like the shape of a pumpkin. And there you have it, your little shape. But we still have to add the circle in the middle, or the hole in the middle. So now that you have it, just smoothen out those edges around it. So yeah, just keep doing that until you have some smooth edges. You can flip it over and smooth edges out too. Okay. So now that you have that, you're going to put the hole in the center. Try to make it like sort of in the center there. So plus it won't be as noticeable once you put the icing on top. So the highlighter pink icing. just going to mark where you think would be good. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, as I'm doing this, I can tell you, I actually have a Moshi Monsters account, so if you do know what that is, yeah, my username is lovely879, Lovly 879. So if you do want to friend me, go ahead. I'm doing that until you have a nice round hole. That's what it should look like. A little more at the bottom and maybe a little less at the top if you want it like that. It doesn't really matter because the icing will cover it and the eyes go on top of the icing, which will push out the donut a little more. That's my plain donut, but we want to add some juicy frosting. So before you do that, you're just going to wipe your hands so you don't get any of the lighter color into a darker one. So just wipe your hands with the cloth. Also clean your tools with it too, which you're also going to need your cake tool too. So you're going to pull down this, like shoot it practically out of the package. These are the little packages that I was talking about. You can get them in like a big box at any crafting store. I got this at AC Moore. Oh no, I better work in one spot with this, like over here, because it stains it. Sorry if it's too close to the camera. I'm just gonna take a little bit right now, and then I gotta mold this, which won't take long. Now that we molded it, I actually cut off a little bit more. Yeah. So I'm just gonna mold that in there, which didn't take long. That was a tiny little bit. You're going to need a rolling pin, which I forgot to mention in the beginning. You can use a big one like this, which I don't really think is that necessary. If this is the only one you have, then just use it. But it's for this tiny little stuff, so I don't know. Or if you do have like a plastic tube or a wooden dowel, use that. Okay, so now you're going to just roll it into a ball. You're just going to roll it out into a nice form. I'm working in one area as always because of the color. It wears off right onto the table, and I don't want that mixing in with my other colors. Just roll it out nice and smooth. And I found my blade, which is pretty dirty right now, so I'm just gonna clean it. This is you do need a blade or some kind of sharp thingy to cut the clay with. Okay, so this blade, my father, he dulled down so it's not that sharp and I won't get cut. So now that you have your icing done, you don't want to make it too thin or it won't work that well. It will look kind of not the best. So I'm going to work in that one area again. I'm just going to set it over the donut, marking where I should have it. Good. Push it down around it. Okay, good. Now I made a little outline, like just push it around it. And then you're gonna cut that out. If I can just get that one more time so I don't surround it. Okay. Now it's nicely indented. Cut around it in that circle with the blade. Nice and even. You can make it a little bigger because it's not going to cover the whole donut. So now you have your little donut. And it's supposed to only go down halfway but past the hole. So you're supposed to go like right there, and then it does wrap around the back like that. So now you're just going to place it over lightly, which just to see how it is. And if it's too short, just like pull the icing a little bit and up a little more. If it's just, it doesn't fit around Audie, but if it does, just leave it like that. And then push it back just to make sure it goes around the back. Does on mine. Then pull it back up. Now you're going to make like the little frosting drips at the bottom. So now you're going to just wipe your hands because mine feel a little dirty and I don't really like that much when I'm doing clay. So Yeah, now you're just going to make random driplets. It doesn't have to be exact on Audie or exact like mine or anything. Just, you can pull it out more. A little bit. Done. Now, yeah, just start from like a little bit of a good place there and just start making random driplets. So now that you have your cutout done, this is like Audie's icing dripping at the bottom. Now you're just going to place it over, like the skin should be, the hole should be there, but the icing should still be going over it. And the icing shouldn't be like right there. So like the dripping shouldn't be right in the hole. It should be a little lower. Then you're just going to place it around. Just work it a little bit at a time. Push it back. Then work the sides down. Then push that down. Along these sides. And then you have your icing done. And that's the back. You don't have to have the back looking perfect. It just should be just curving over just a little bit. So don't flip it over if you have a board that's pretty dirty, because you don't want your head that dirty. So now you're just going to be very careful when you do this, extremely careful. And you're going to go through the icing making the hole, which you gotta find the hole first. So just make the hole a little bigger. Don't go through the bottom, because just go through the bottom hole and poke up a little bit where the hole is. And then it will leave a little bump. And then go right back through that, but the other way. Then push that through. Grab that off the bottom, because you should make it go through enough. And then you pull that back up, and you have your little donut hole. There it is, Audie's little icing done and on him. There he is. Okay, so next step would be the eyes. Okay, so now we have to put on the eyes. I've got to open my white right now. Might be a little noisy, but that's all right. We just have to mold it. But once we get it onto there, the donut, or Audie. I said Audie so many times in this video. It's not even crazy. Okay, so I'm just going to roll into a ball again. I'm going to keep cutting it into little halves until I think I got to the right amount, which will probably only be one more. Okay, and then like that. There. Now I have two little balls. Let's see. Let's roll them into a ball. Okay, I think we're going to make the eyes a little bit smaller because they look humongous, and we still have to fit the little sprinkle / freckles on him. So yeah. Just gonna cut this one maybe in half, yeah. That one, since there's a smaller half to that, I'm just gonna cut that one in half and make that one. So there we go. We got two eyes, practically the same size. This one eye, or stuck my nail into that one. Lovely. Oh, and my name for Moshi Monsters, I do have actually account, is Lovely879. So yeah, if you want to friend me on there, go ahead. And then I have the eyes, and I put a little indent in them so I can fit the rest of this stuff that has to go in there. So now you're going to take your bronzish, goldish color, and I'm just going to wipe off my tool real quick, sorry.
No, don't cut off a huge chunk like you do with the white. Only take what you need. Okay. Not a small amount.
I'm going to take off just like a little tiny shard, maybe. Just mold it, which will take like 2, 1, 2, literally. 2 little squishes, and it's done. So now just roll it into a ball, and I'm gonna just slice it in half. Literally, it's that easy. Done. Now I can make the pea balls. That was that easy. Okay, roll them into balls again, and don't cut them in half again, but roll them into little tiny balls. this could be a little bit of a tricky part to do because you can lose it. And you gotta sort of decide what size to put in there. So yeah, just keep in mind you still have to put a little bit of black, which is gonna even be smaller than this. So yeah, there we go. Smush them very lightly. Still make sure they have a little bit of thickness on them. There we go. And stick them in the little holes, and you can push them down a little bit to make them fill in that little space there. And then do that same thing with this one. I think this one's bigger than that other one, or maybe just the eye's not smushed in that much. I just gotta move out of here for a minute. Bring them over here so you can see a little better, and I can use my hand. Now you got your eyes. This one's a little bigger, which is alright, I guess. Yeah, it's alright for right now. Just try to make them the same size, and yeah, try to make them look like this one, the other one. Now take your black, or you have to wash your hands after this one, because black, you can get any color into it and it'll just look bad. Okay, so you need like the littlest, like I'm telling you, the tiniest little amount ever, like this little, literally this little corner. Yeah, I'm gonna take a cleaner little side here. Like I didn't even need that, but I'm just gonna cut that in half because just how tiny the eyes are. I'm gonna work over here again since it's pretty messy. It can get on the table. That's literally all you need. Okay, so you're just gonna roll them and squish them and put them on. Push them down a little bit. You swoop. It's not a wheel, it's an eye. Clay did trick. So yeah, it is like a really tall eye. It looks more like a pyramid or something. And yeah, that's alright though. So yeah, now you have your eyes. One's bigger than the other still. It's cute. Now you're just gonna place them onto there. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. Now just put them on and just hold it a little bit. Just blend them down a little bit so it stays when after you cook it, because if you don't blend things down when you are making it, they won't stay. Just like put them down a little bit and like press them. Make sure they're secure in there. And now you have your cute little Audie's eyes, or you're starting to form Audie. Let's make the little freckles for him, so let's get on to that. And you take the, like literally just a little bit of the corner. You don't need a lot. This, take 2 little splashes because I need 2 of them. I don't really need that much. But now just, they can be 2 different sizes because they're little freckles for him, or sprinkles. Okay, so this can be the hard part where the dotting tool can come in handy. You just grab it, you like stick it on. Like it's good to get it off the table like that. You place it on there. The blue is supposed to be a little lightened, so we can lighten that with some white real quick, which you need practically the same amount that you took last time. 2 little scoops, which I think I need a little more than just that because on that one, yeah, just scooch that one out of the way. You're going to just take a little bit, if you have the darker one, if you have a lighter clay, like a lighter blue clay, just use that. But if you don't, then just use your white to lighten it up. Just put it in there and just mix it around, which won't take long. It's molding it. I just smush them and place them on. So the last one is like this fuchsia pink. It's not the same color as this one, but I ran out of that color trying to make that one. So yeah, I used the last of it. now that I made the last 2 pink ones, I'm just gonna place them on there. I sort of have to snug them on there, but keep them all snug on there. And now Audie has his little freckles. He looks so cute. He looks like a baby one. So here's Audie. Audie's face. Now all we have to do is his legs, which is the maroon color now. So you're going to need a little bit for this. This can be a little tricky because you do have to blend some things, which I gotta wipe off my dotting tool. My blade too. So let's go here. And any extra that we have to get or take off. Okay, so now that it's all molded, you want to take like nice amount of it, and you're going. I don't want to touch it right now because it's very stained, so it will leave a stain. Okay, so now you're going to roll it and going to cut it into equal amounts. If I can find my blade. Oh, it's over here. Derp. Just do that. And then cut that in half. And then you have a little mouth. Then cut that. And then you're going to make the legs, so each individual leg. So just cut that in half. This is going to be like the legs and feet. So take the bigger amount for the legs in each one, and you're going to roll it into just a stick, practically. And then it's easier just to cut off the little extra. Yeah, see, this stains my hands like crazy. It's easier just to cut off the little extra. Then you got one little leg, and then you're going to do that same thing with the other one. So here. And then, so now you have to make the shoes, which you're just going to take 1/2 because the shoes don't have to be huge shoes. You just need tiny ones for him. And just slice up. Boom. Now make it into a ball, and like that kind of shape ball. It's not really a ball, like an oval. And stick it at the end of this, at the end of a leg. And then take your dotting tool or a blender, whatever you have, to blend it and make that stick together. Okay, so now we're just going to put the legs on, which you're going to turn your Audie however it feels comfortable for you. And you're going to place it on there, put it on there, and then use your dotting tool to blend it into there. Don't flip your Audie all the way over, but you do want to get the back because you don't want his face touching, oh god, I don't want him falling apart. You don't want his face touching the table, or if it's really dirty, don't let him touch the table because he has white on his eyes, which will be good. So now you got one foot on. Make sure it's really secured on. If not, if you do have super glue or Sculpty glue, put it on after if it does fall off while baking, but hopefully it won't. Okay, so the next part is to bake it. On the back of your Sculpty or Sculpty packages, it will tell you on the instructions. We have to bake it, glaze it, and then we're done. So yeah!